Wow, that was a mess. All right. I hope everyone can hear me. If I'm doing this right, because I have no idea. Hi, everyone. Great. FF Realist. Hi. Hi, everybody. All right. I guess I'll turn the music off. Zaid Wolf, though. Hello. I'm doing great. Hi, Evan. Hang on. Let me turn this down. Much money on a therapist. I love that song. Hi, everybody. Long time no talk. It has been so long. I know. I'm in multiple places. I am on Twitter, Periscope, YouTube Live, and also Facebook. So I managed to get all this done. This angle is really weird. I know. So you can like hardly see my little new Fireside here. Hot mess with the technical difficulties, but you know, hey, it is what it is. But I'm excited to be back, guys. Football is back. Yes. Thank goodness it's back. And I do apologize. I did not do my hair today. A crazy night last night, and doing hair today was not on the agenda today, but I will look better next Friday, hopefully. All right, we have our very first question. Hi, Mike Allen. How you doing? Long time no speak. Wentz or Rodgers? Ooh, that's a good one. I want to say Wentz. Let me check though. That's a tough one because Wentz is healthy, so I like playing Wentz. But Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. But I don't know, man. I'm not a huge fan of Aaron Rodgers, but yeah. All right, let's go Carson Wentz for sure because he's playing Washington. I think that's going to be easy peasy. Jalen Reagor's healthy. Speaking of which, Miles Sanders is not, so that stinks. But fire up your Boston Scott, who I absolutely adore. He's a my guy for sure. Not like an official my guy, but one of those guys that I did do an article piece on. And I think he's amazing. And hi everybody. Welcome in. Awesome. Hey, Mark Drumheller. My friend Mark Drumheller is here. So just so if anyone doesn't know who I am, my name is Lauren Carpenter. I go by Stepmom Lauren. You can find all my work at stepmomlauren.com, but I am a writer for the Fantasy Footballers, Andy, Mike, and Jason. I am also a contributor at Fantasy Pros, and recently I have also been brought on to Roto World. So that is very exciting. So my stuff spread all over the place, and I could not be happier, and I'm just so excited that football is back. So, let's see here. Josh Simon, how you doing? Will Aaron Rodgers be a good fantasy starter this year? Josh wants to know. I see you have a slight, this is like covering my face. I'll just go down here. That way you can barely see me. I have a feeling that you are an Aaron Rodgers guy going by your avatar picture there. I don't think so. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to be a plug and play every weekly starter. I think that there are other quarterbacks that are going to be better than him fantasy wise. So, yeah, to answer your question, I don't think so. But streamable, matchup dependent for sure, just not this week. He's playing against Minnesota. I know they did lose some people on their defense, so there is a possibility that he will do well. But just be careful of his matchups. I don't think that he's going to be an infallible start. All right, let's see. And yes, we're back, Stoney. We are. Okay, Eamon, how are you doing? He wants to know Marquise Brown or Emmanuel Sanders this week in a standard league. Thanks in advance. Okay, this is going to be interesting because we don't know exactly how Emmanuel Sanders is going to work in the Saints offense. Hold on, this is really irritating. There we go. We don't know how Emmanuel Sanders is going to work in that Saints offense. We also don't really know if Marquise Brown is going to have his, big breakout year. So I would say that if you want upside, I would go with Hollywood Brown. If you would like a little bit more consistency, I would go with Emmanuel Sanders. But Marquise Brown does have the upside in that offense, even though they're going to be, utilizing the run like they always do. Was it week 1 last year? Marquise Brown blew up. It was sometime early in the year. I can't remember exactly which week. So this might be the week to start him if you need a home run for sure. He'll score more if he gets involved. He'll score more points than Emmanuel Sanders. But if he doesn't, then Emmanuel Sanders might be your guy to get you those couple of points you need for a win, if that helps you. All right. And Evan says, Is it even or Evan? Because it looks like EVEN. But you want to know, what do I think about Dak Prescott? I think he's a fantastic fantasy starter. He'll probably finish top 10, if not top 5 in fantasy. So I love him. Love him, love him. And if you got him on your teams, good job. And let's see, we'll just put that one up there just in case anybody wanted to know. And Gemmo, oh, my friend Gemmo. If you guys haven't gotten a chance to do so, do yourselves a favor and follow Gemmo the Icon. He is fantastic. Literally one of my favorite guys in the industry. I mean, I've got a lot of favorite guys in the industry, but he's such a good friend now. Great person. Follow him on social media, especially on Instagram. He's got some really funny videos up there. So Bryan Edwards or Van Jefferson with Kenny Golladay out. Ouch. I know. I have Kenny Golladay in so many places and Cortland Sutton. Oh, the pain is real. The pain is real. This is kind of a coin toss for me. I would go Bryan Edwards. I say that now. Hold on. I'm gonna double check something here. Are we talking? Did you say PPR or standard? I'm gonna make an assumption that it's PPR. So Bryan Edwards or Van Jefferson. And guys, whenever I'm doing my start sits, I use the Fantasy Footballer Start Sit tool, and I also use the Fantasy Pros Start Sit tool, just to kind of give me an idea if there's two guys I'm just right on the fence and I'm not exactly sure which one to go with. I usually use those tools just to kind of get a feel for the waters, if you will. So the Fantasy Footballers and a full PPR are going to go with Bryan Edwards, and I do agree with that one too. Van Jefferson, it's a little tough to know with that offense, what that offense is going to look like. There's a lot of receivers there. You got Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, just a lot of pass catchers there. So especially the tight end position. I would go Bryan Edwards there, my dear. All right, let's see what else we got. And you're welcome, guys. You're welcome. PPR, you're welcome. You're welcome. Awesome. Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Okay, so I've got a couple of slides up here. I'm not really sure if you're going to be able to see them. Again, technical difficulties, but this is week 1 Fireside Friday, even though it's on a Saturday. I know I attended a memorial yesterday, so I did not have time to go live. So I apologize for that, guys. My bad. So let's just get to the first one here. These are the Sunday matchups. I'm just going to do one of those. We got Jets at Bills, Eagles at Washington, Colts, Jacksonville. You guys can look up the matchups if you want them. Keep on injuries. Keep your eyes on these weird defenses because a lot of guys opted out, like in New England. So we don't know what the New England defense is going to look like at all. So yeah, I really like to rank my defenses, and I like to look at defenses like positional against, running backs, pass catching running backs, wide receivers, tight ends. Those are things that I really to look at. However, it's very difficult this year, not only just because it's week 1 and there's been a lot of changes in the offseason, but because we've had such a weird year, it's difficult to rank defenses. So it's kind of a guideline for your starts and sits this week, but there you go. There's a list of the matchups right there. So we'll see how these all shake out. Okay. Frankie, here we go. Stepmom, I'm great. Thank you so much, Frankie. Would I play Jarvis Landry, Anthony Miller, and independently? Okay, Christian Kirk, Bryan Edwards. Let's see. I would go. Okay, so Jarvis Landry and Anthony Miller. Those guys are basically the wide receiver 2s in their respective positions. Both of them are I don't want to say questionable when it comes to passing volume. I'm not I think they're going to be focusing on the run, but safe play would be Jarvis Landry. Big play, I think, would be Anthony Miller because David Montgomery is going to be on a limited snap count, I think. So I would go Anthony Miller there, and I would go Christian Kirk. Yeah, Anthony Miller and Christian Kirk. Ask me again tomorrow morning, though, Frankie. I might change my mind. But for now, Anthony Miller, Christian Kirk. And then John Locke, my buddy John Locke. I'm feeling wonderful about Boston Scott. I love Boston Scott. I think that they didn't sign anyone else to be the complimentary running back with Miles Sanders. And I know this is a very hot button topic, but I don't think Miles Sanders is going to be the featured back that everybody thinks he's going to be. It's just not in the DNA of Doug Peterson. That doesn't mean I think he's going to do poorly. I just don't think he's going to do as explosive as a lot of people think that he will. So especially now that he's not going to Washington, I really like Boston Scott. So fire him up if you have him. Put him in your flex spot if you need to play with all these injuries going around. So yeah, I like him. And then Eamon, I am glad Fireside Friday is back too, even though it's a Saturday. Not a big deal. And again, I'm not put together at all, guys. I apologize, but it happens. What happened here? Do you see what, like, this is my day. Everything has been going wrong. Now my slides just left me. Hang on. I'll pull these back up again. Oh my goodness. Here we go. We're back. Yay. I love technology. It's so great. So here we go. Mykael Gaines. Should I be focusing on trying to trade Sammy Watkins? I'm assuming you mean trade away Sammy Watkins, because if so, then yes. Look to trade him away, guys. This happened last week in week 1. He scored 3 touchdowns, and then he barely did anything after that. So if you had any DFS plays, and then maybe if he's around next year too, week 1 Sammy Watkins is in fuego. So yeah, I think that there are better options as wide receiver season long, and I think that this might be the highest value that you're going to get for Sammy Watkins. So I would recommend trading him away now, since he's done so well, which is going to be good for you. You should get better value for him. Alrighty. Cool. Okay, so let's go on to the next slide here. These are some injury updates, guys. Again, kind of hard to see. I'm working out the kinks as we go, so sorry about that. My bad. But I'm going to go ahead and read them off to you here. We knew this was going to happen in this weird COVID year. There's just, when you have an abbreviated off season, you don't have any preseason games. These guys just aren't as conditioned as they normally would be, going into an NFL season. But unfortunately, that's not the case. And we have some big names that are injured. Like we talked about already, Kenny Golladay is doubtful. Make your plans now, because he's probably not going to play. Mike Evans was actually upgraded from doubt to questionable. So he's actually trending in the right direction. He is one of those guys that, unless you have another stud wide receiver that you can put in place, if he's healthy, if he's a go, you might have to play him. You might have to start him. I know I am. And I don't like it. Makes me vomit. Like, I don't like it at all. Sorry, my husband hates it when I say that, but it just, I can't stand it, but I'm going to do it, and I'm probably not going to like it. Deebo Samuel, he's out. His foot injury is too bad. They're not playing him week 1. Make your preparations. Also, Brandon Ayuk is questionable. He's another game time decision. Who knows what's going to go with Brandon Ayuk, but he's one of your wide receiver 3 options that you probably have some other players that you can put in for Brandon Ayuk. So one's not too big of a deal, but just to let y'all know. Miles Sanders also out, like we said before. Fire up your Boston Scott. Love him. Cortland Sutton, break my heart. Like we mentioned before, I love Cortland Sutton. I love him so much. Freak injury, falling on his shoulder. He has a sprained AC joint. He's game time decision. Good news, because at least he doesn't need surgery. And at least he's not completely ruled out. But he's another one. Like, if he is healthy, do you play him? I don't know. It's going to be one of those gut decisions you're going to have to make. If you can have a replacement for Cortland Sutton, then maybe do so. Someone like maybe a Jarvis Landry or something, which I don't like that either, but it just really stinks. So I hope he gets healthy super fast. What's up, Bob? Hi. Thank you, Mr. Gaines. I can't say your first name apparently. So, look, and our screen disappeared. Oh well. We don't need the TV anyway. Whatever. I'll just read them off to you here. All right. We've got, where was I? Cortland Sutton. Yes. David Montgomery, as we mentioned before, questionable. So Tariq Cohen, you got him. Throw him in your flex if you need a running back position, or or put him in your starting RB positions. That's the beauty of the flex spot. And remember, I know I didn't have a Wind Up Wednesday, and I'm probably not going to be doing Wind Up Wednesdays this year simply for time, because I have so many articles due. Remember on Thursdays, guys, move your players that are playing Thursday night out of your flex spot. I'm in like 15 leagues. Guess who didn't do that? This girl right here. In one league, I completely forgot. And I started Will Fuller in my flex because I didn't even think about it. So bummer deal. All right, Frankie, you're sitting Sutton. You have Judy to play instead. I like that. I think that's a safe play. You're going from, one pass catcher on the same team to basically the next guy up. So I like that. I think with Sutton out and Drew Lock literally only having 5 games last year, they're going to do a lot of run. So if you guys have Phillip Lindsay on your squad, he might be another flex option as well. They're going to run Melvin Gordon. Of course, he's going to get the lion's share of that volume, but Phillip Lindsay is still explosive and can, especially in a PPR format. And then let's see, Badowski Turner. I'll go ahead and put this up here. Actually, Angie, let me insert Angie's here first. Hi, Angie, my dear. She's also another just wonderful being. Mike Evans is out. He is ruled out. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Last I checked, it was just questionable, trending the right direction. So thank you, Angie. She's always helping me out with those clutch pieces of wisdom tidbits. Thank you, Angie. Should you play Paris Campbell or look elsewhere? I do like Paris Campbell. I like Paris Campbell. He's going to be a solid wide receiver too behind T.Y. Hilton. Hit me up and let me know who else you have, and let me take a look for you. But Paris Campbell would be a good play there. All right, and then let's see, Turner Badowski Turner, which however I say your name. Sorry about that. Do I trust Miles Sanders after this week? Yes. Well, depending on how his injury goes. I mean, you're going to need to monitor that situation. But I think I'm not as high on Miles Sanders as pretty much everybody else in the world is. I do think he'll do well. I think he'll have RB1 weeks. I don't think that he's a guaranteed featured back lead role in that offense, but he is going to get a lot of targets because it's the Eagles. Their pass catchers are always hurt. Like it's crazy. So I do think he's going to do well. I love him as an RB2. A lot of people see him as an RB1, but do I trust him? Yes. But just keep an eye on that injury. All right. And then let's see, Michael, we'll put that up there. Who has a better first half of the season, Jordan Howard or Matt Breida? Brenda. That's funny. Yes, Brenda. I would say Jordan Howard. Maybe. Oh, shoot. I don't know. That's a coin toss, too. Miami is going to be playing from behind. They're going to be pretty game script dependent, and it's going to be in a negative game script, unfortunately, I think. So out of those two running backs, Breida, he's the one that actually will benefit the most from a negative game script because he is going to be that pass catching back, and he's going to be a target, especially because there's a lot of banged up guys that are on Miami right now. Preston Williams is questionable as of Thursday, so I haven't specifically looked at those guys yet. But I do like Matt Breida just a hair better than Jordan Howard. So we'll see which one has a better one. Which one do you think? In standard, it's going to be Jordan Howard. In PPR, I think it's going to be Matt Breida. And then a lady never tells her age. Sorry about that, my friend. And what's my opinion on Zach Moss? Here we go. Let's put that one up there. My opinion of Zach Moss is he is going to be taking over the Frank Gore role as someone who is super duper talented and frankly more explosive than Frank Gore, although bless the ageless wonder. I love him. And I'm really sorry for all the Devin Singletary fantasy managers out there. I know it breaks your heart, but yeah, he's going to be used. He's going to be used often. And it's going to be a pretty big committee there. So, and if anything, Zach Moss is probably going to get more of the looks than Devin Singletary, maybe after like week 3 or 4 or so. So yeah, I do like Zach Moss a lot. He's a good catch. And then, hi from Australia. Hello, my friend from Australia. I'm going to attempt to say your name. It's probably wrong. Gorgaroth. Who knows? We'll call you G. Hi from Australia. Howdy. Let's see. You're newbie to fantasy. Welcome to fantasy football. It's a blast. You'll either love it or hate it, and then you'll love it and hate it, and then you'll love to hate it. That's just how fantasy football goes. So, what's wrong with having a Thursday night player in your flex? That is a really good question. So, for example, I ran into this recently. So I had Will Fuller, who played Thursday night, in my flex position. So that flex position can be used up in my league by wide receiver, running back, or tight end. So there's 3 different positions that I can plug into that flex spot. That's why they call it the flex. So my wide receiver, Mike Evans, is now ruled out. So I don't have another good wide receiver that I can plug into my wide receiver spot. Do you follow? So I should have moved Will Fuller, since he played Thursday. I should have moved him up into the wide receiver spot, moved Mike Evans into the flex because he was questionable, so that I could switch him out with either another wide receiver, tight end, or running back. I hope that helps you out a little bit, if that made any sense. G, since I can't say your name. And if it didn't, hit me up on Twitter. I'll try to explain it a little bit better. It's Turner Badowski. Awesome. Okay. So it is Turner Badowski. Got it, Turner. Try to remember that next time. And then here's another really good one. Boston Scott or Jonathan Taylor. Holy moly. Okay. I want to say Jonathan Taylor, but well done getting both of those guys. Let's see what the other experts have to say here. So is this in a standard league or a PPR before I get to this one? So Boston Scott, Jonathan Taylor. I'm going to say Jonathan Taylor, but I do not hate the Boston Scott play. Oh, okay. So the fantasy footballers are going to go with Jonathan Taylor here as well. But that's really up to you. I don't hate either play. Well done for grabbing both of those guys. Love it. And let's see. I look Hispanic. Oh, no, I'm not Hispanic at all. In fact, I am 99.7% Northwestern European. So yeah, no Hispanic. And I do love Mexico. It's a beautiful country. Let's see. Makes options more versatile. Yes, thank you, Stoney. And let's see. In standard, Singletary, Deontay Johnson. Here's a good one. All right. Hey, what's up, Al? Oh, my friend. Let's see. Standard. Let's see. Singletary, Deontay Johnson, or Hollywood Brown. Ouch. Okay. Upside, let's go with Brown. If you need some consistent points, but maybe not as high of a ceiling, I would go with Deontay Johnson. I'm really scared of Devin Singletary in that Buffalo offense. Oof, that's tough. Broka, ask me again tomorrow morning. I might change my mind here, but I'm going to go with Deontay Johnson. I may pivot to Singletary if I really am feeling like I just need to make sure I get some points. That's how I would do it. And then if you need the upside, I would go with Hollywood Brown, but understand that he could either he could be a boom or bust. We're just not quite sure how he's gonna play out this year, but he is healthy, which is very exciting. Okay. And then Bob, yeah, I know. It happens all the time. There's just, rude people that come on here and say weird things, but I don't really care because I don't know this person. Doesn't matter to me. All right. What's up? Hi, Lauren. Hey, what's up, D-Sky? Like it. All right. And then G says it makes total sense. And I know. And I forgot. I've been playing fantasy for a long time. And I forgot to move Fuller out of my flex. Total rookie move. Very irritating. So, I wonder how can I'm trying to figure out how to block this person. Because I'm on StreamYard, but I don't know how to do that. Whatever. Okay, cool. All right. So let me just go back through these injury updates too real quick. Speaking of Deontay Johnson, he's a full go. Jalen Reagor, also a full go. Very exciting. Julio Jones, limited in practice, but he is going to play. So don't worry about that. And if you do have Tevin Coleman and you need someone to, fill in a running back spot, he may not travel with the team. Something with the plane air quality or something. So keep your eye. Oh, thank you very much, Bob. I appreciate it. Keep your eye on Tevin Coleman's status because he may may decide not to travel with the team. So that's absolutely crazy. So, all right, Bob, here we go. Here's another question. Carry on or Adam Thielen? If it's in standard, I would go Kerryon Johnson. If it is PPR, I would go Adam Thielen. And again, this is another situation. Thielen's ceiling may be a little higher, but Adrian Peterson just signed with the Lions and DeAndre Swift is banged up. So this is really the time you're going to get the most out of Kerryon Johnson, but he's a little bit more of a safer play than Adam Thielen. But I would go with your gut there. Those are two good options. So go with what you think is going to be best. And for everyone, this is kind of like a public service announcement. If you ever have a start sit and they're just so close and maybe I don't give you, maybe the right answer or, other experts, or like, I love how I put myself in the expert category, pretending to be an expert, I should say. Go with your gut. And then also remember to ask yourself, if you do lose, would you rather lose with the guy that you chose to put in, or would you rather lose with the guy that somebody else told you to put in and then be bitter about it? I mean, I wouldn't want to do that. So always trust your gut on that one. They're both really good plays. And let's see, Evan. Let's see. So one commentator, let me put this one up here, predicted that Matt Stafford will be a top 5 QB. I don't think that's bold at all. I think it's very attainable. Top 10, I would say for sure. Top 5 would not surprise me. Last year, he was on pace to, just blast away passing volume of Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. Obviously, he can't rush like they do, but it was crazy. So if he can rekindle that chemistry with his pass catchers, it stinks because Kenny Golladay is a big piece of that. So I don't think he's going to do as well this week without that. But speaking of Kenny Golladay being out, this is a great time to fire up Marvin Jones Jr. In your lineups if you have him. But yeah, hopefully Kenny Golladay comes back. I think Matt Stafford is going to have a great year. I've been targeting him, and it's funny you bring him up because he's one of my guys. Quote, my guys. And I'm going to bring that up on the next slide here after answering a few more questions. Oh, thank you so much, Bob. So Bob says that I helped him win his championship. I really appreciate that. That makes me feel good. I could lose every single one of my leagues and not care. What really matters to me is helping y'all win because that makes me feel great that I was able to help and get you guys that trophy, the championship, the bragging rights. That's the best. All right. And then, Mark Beatty, what's up? Gibson or Zach Moss and half PPR need to replace Sanders. Oh, goodness. That's a great one. Let me go ahead and put this up here. Whoops, my bad. Whoops, sorry. I'll get to that one next. That is so hard. That is so hard. I'm going to say Antonio Gibson because he doesn't really have the competition like Zach Moss does with Singletary. But let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and check this on the Fantasy Footballers Start Sit tool, which is one of my favorite things to use. It's on their website, y'all. So if you go to, oh, come on now. There we go. If you go to their website or if you just Google the Fantasy Footballers Start Sit tool, it pops right up, which is pretty awesome. So let me look this up here. I'm just going to compare these two players in a half PPR. Okay, and they also do agree. They have him ranked, Antonio Gibson. They have Antonio Gibson ranked, oh gosh, I want to say 8 points higher, 8 spots higher than Zach Moss. Let's see. Andy does. Andy has him as RB28. Mike Wright has him as RB27. Jason has him as RB29. That's Antonio Gibson. Whereas Zach Moss is at 36, 30, and 35, if that helps you. So, yeah, I would play Gibson. And here we go. What is up, J Money Jarrett? Boston Scott, Carry-On, or Dobbins? I would keep Dobbins out of this for now because Mark Ingram is still there and he's still good and healthy. Boston Scott or Carry-On Johnson. That is going to be very interesting. Okay. With Kenny Golladay out, I do like the volume for Carry-On Johnson. I think that one is going to be a pretty good start, but I do like Boston Scott as well with Miles Sanders out. I'm going to say Carry-On for safety. Oh, shoot. I don't know. Okay. This is going to be another one I need to check because I do like both of those guys a lot. And that's always hard trying to decide between two guys that you really like. No. It's like trying to decide between your kids. All right. Boston Scott, Carry-On Johnson. Oh, my goodness. That's tough. All right. All right. Fantasy footballers will go with Boston Scott as well. So let's go. Let's go Boston Scott on that one. I know I said Carry-On originally, but yeah, stick with us. I'm going to defer to those guys' opinion. Let's go Boston Scott. All right. And then would I play Evans if he plays? I also have Sterling Shepard, AJ Green, or Deontay Johnson. Okay. So I have to play Mike Evans if he plays because I don't really have a good replacement because your girl messed up and played Will Fuller in the flex. So I have to play him. If you feel comfortable not playing him because he is hurt, I would switch him out for either AJ Green or Deontay Johnson. If that takes a lot of cojones, though. It takes a lot of cojones. I'm playing him because I have to. You don't necessarily have to. AJ Green or Deontay Johnson might be a good replacement. But again, do what you feel comfortable doing. Because if you don't feel comfortable doing that, don't take that advice. Feel me? All right. Thank you, E-Man. I appreciate your questions. All right. And Mike, should you start Chark over Juju, Ridley, or Thielen? Okay, so you have one spot open, and it's either Chark, Juju, Ridley, or Thielen. Am I reading that correctly, Mike? Just let me know in the comments there. Shoot. Starting Chark. Yeah. Chark is an upside guy. He may not get you a ton of points. Like I think Juju will probably be a little bit safer play there. Calvin Ridley, also a great play. Adam Thielen, also a great play. You have a lot of really good wide receivers. So close your eyes, put their faces on a dartboard, and throw one. But I like Chark. Chark for your upside there. Juju for safety. Ridley, I would like to see a few weeks of him playing before I would really want to start him over someone like Juju Smith-Schuster. And Adam Thielen's a great one too. So kind of hard to go wrong there. I like them all, but yeah, I would say Chark over all of those guys for your upside. If not safety, go Thielen or Juju. Great draft though, unless that's a keeper or whatever, but those are great wide receivers. What is up, Travis? Hey, love it. And oh my gosh, I am so far behind y'all. Sorry about this. If I miss any of your questions, hit me up on Twitter too. Okay, so Frankie, you got another one. Michael Pittman. Hold on. Michael Pittman Jr. is the next Mike Evans. Bold prediction. Not bad. Not bad. I like it. I like it. Is he hurt? For some reason, I feel like I heard something about that. But I do like Michael Pittman as well. Good one. And then J Money Jarrett. We want to, let's see, trade Gibson for a 2021 if you can get one. Depends on what your running backs look like. If you are solid on your running back depth, sure. I think that would work. But trades are really tough, especially in Dynasty, because it just depends on your team needs. So where someone may think that's absolutely ridiculous, I think it might not be bad. But if you need running backs, then no, don't trade them away. But if you need to get a first-round pick next year, then sure. I mean, yeah. Especially if he has a really big game, you might even be able to get a little more for him. And what's up, Jer? Hey, you are welcome, Mark. No problem. And let's see. Man, this Danza. Is it Danza? Danza Giancarlo. It's kind of cool last name. Apparently, I have yellow teeth. Well, it happens. Let's see. J Money, you're welcome. Travis. Travis, did I miss you? No, I think you sent something. Love Thielen. I do too. Let's scroll down. And again, guys, if I miss any of your questions, feel free to hit me up on Twitter. This is my first time using StreamYard. I've been on a ton of podcasts with StreamYard. First time myself ever using it. So yes, the streams are back. Just made your night. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And then let's see. You want to also know, let me put this up here to show. Judy or Jefferson? Oh, okay. Do you mean Justin Jefferson? That is a tough one. So Jerry Jeudy or Justin Jefferson, two of the rookie wide receiver darlings. And that is a tough one. I am going to lean Justin Jefferson, I think. But Cortland Sutton is most likely not going to play. So that means Jeudy. Oh, geez. You guys and your hard questions, which I love. That is what I am here for. That is what I am here for. And you a half point PPR. Let's take a look here. Okay. Yeah, very close, but with Cortland Sutton banged up, Jerry Jeudy. He is a bona fide slot receiver. So he should be getting quite a few targets, even though they will be using Melvin Gordon. They are going to be running. I do like Jeudy. Yeah. If you have any other options, though, let me know, just in case. But I do like that Jeudy play. But Justin Jefferson is also not a bad play either. He just may need a little bit of time in the offense to get his feet underneath him. Okay, and J Money, you're in a rebuild. Sounds good. Yeah. Okay, then go ahead and I'm assuming that's the trade Gibson one. And then Charlie Winback, full point PPR flex, DeAndre Swift or Brashad Perryman. Perryman's a full go. I would put Perryman in there. Is DeAndre Swift still banged up? I'm pretty sure he is, right? Someone put down there if I'm wrong, let me know. But I think he's hurt. And if he's not, then I'm going to need to do a little bit more research here, y'all. Okay. And I do like Brashad Perryman. I think he's going to have hopefully a good role with the Jets as that downfield stretcher. So, Okay, well, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. The fantasy footballers say to go with DeAndre Swift. I don't love it. But I don't love Brashad. That's so hard. Okay, that's really hard. All right, I'm going to defer to the fantasy footballers here on that one and go DeAndre Swift if he's not hurt. So just keep your eye on his status. And Gem of the Icon, you reported him. I know he came back though. I know, whatever. I mean, my teeth aren't that bad. Not too bad. I mean, some people just like to hop in here and make other people feel miserable for some very odd reason. Like it's going to get to me. I don't really care what that person thinks at all. All right, so let me just go through this last slide here, guys, before I let you go and enjoy the rest of your Saturday, since we have our injury updates. This is a little list of my guys. I know you can't see it because it's, of course, not working. Story of my life. Not a problem, though. Let me just give you a rundown of some of my guys who I think that y'all should keep your eye on, and if you see him on the waivers, grab him. All right, Matthew Stafford, one of them. Love him. He's my guy. I think he's going to finish top 10. Matt Ryan is going to have a good year too, I think. So your Calvin Ridley, your Julio Jones, obviously. With that, I think Hayden Hurst is also going to have a wonderful year too. Hayden Hurst is another guy to look out for. And Drew Lock. I really want to see what he's going to do. And I think he's going to surprise people. I really think he's going to surprise people. So I'm excited to see that. All right, here, real quick, let me answer your question here, Mike. Standard scoring, Boston Scott or Jonathan Taylor. Both are very good. I would lead Boston Scott for the volume because Miles Sanders is out, if that helps you. But both are very good. Excellent draft. And then let's see, T-Bum, before I go, and sorry if I answered this, never apologize, guys. I don't mind repeating myself. Everything is totally fine. So no worries. Let's see. Any idea on what my streaming schedule will be like? I have not answered that actually. So thank you very much for bringing that up. I'm going to try to go live every Friday. I did this last year. It's called Fireside Friday. I know today is Saturday. I was at a memorial yesterday, so I did not have a chance to really get anything together or, go live, to be able to, help answer your questions for starts and sits. But I'll be doing every Friday as often as I possibly can. So hopefully that's going to be every week. May or may not be able to hop on Wednesdays. I know last year I did a wind-up Wednesday, but I'm writing for 3 different outlets now. So the schedule is a little more ramped up when it comes to research and writing. So I may not be able to squeeze in a wind-up Wednesday every week, but I should be going live on Fridays. Usually it's going to be Fridays afternoons. But today was supposed to be at 6, and because I can't apparently work technology because I'm an old lady, didn't go according to plan. But thank you very much for asking. I appreciate it. And I really hope I get to see you there. Awesome. Cool. Let me go on with these real quick. David Johnson, if you followed me for any amount of time, I love David Johnson. I loved him before the game started. I've loved him for the last 2 years. I'm so happy to see him on this offense, and I'm so happy to see him doing well, scoring the very first touchdown of the 2020 season. You should have seen me in my back porch. I was flipping out. I was so excited. Todd Gurley and Le'Veon Bell, 2 elder statesmen, if you will, running backs, I think are going to have a good year because of their new positions. Todd Gurley is the unquestioned featured back in Atlanta. I understand he has some knee issues. That doesn't hurt him in the passing game. So I really do like Todd Gurley, and I think Le'Veon Bell is going to have RB1 weeks too, and you guys got him, at a decent price in your drafts. So I like him. Keep your eyes on him. Philip Lindsay, another one I absolutely love. Melvin Gordon hasn't played a full 16 games in 2 years. He very aggressively, very hard. He said he was having some trouble with the altitude in Denver, which I totally get because I can't do altitude. 100% understand. Wide receivers, Deontay Johnson, Tyler Boyd. Now that AJ Green is back, AJ Green and Tyler Boyd, killer combination. Tyler Boyd needs AJ Green on the field in order to be successful and draw defenses. And then I know Christian Reigns, it is polarizing, but I believe in Bell. I know. Even with Adam Gase, I know. That will probably come back to bite me in the butt, but I'm sticking by it. I believe in him, so I get it. And then you're welcome, Mike. No problem. Hey, what's up, Lord? Lord, don't lose. Hey, how you doing, my friend? And then, all right, wide receivers, like I was saying, Deontay Johnson, Tyler Boyd, Anthony Miller, wide receiver 2 for the Bears. Keep your eyes on him. He's probably available on the waiver wire too. And then Cortland Sutton, but my guy, love him so much. I'm so upset he got hurt, but hopefully he gets better fast and we can see him out in the field with Drew Lock because that will make me super happy. Tight ends, guys, Chris Herndon. I really need him to do well. I love Chris Herndon, y'all. His rookie year in 2018 was just mind-blowing through the roof. Absolutely unbelievable. So I really hope that he does really well this year with Sam Darnold like he did 2 years ago. Unfortunately, we saw him for like 1 snap last year because he was either suspended or hurt. So let's hope that doesn't happen again. Like I mentioned before, tight end Hayden Hurst. Love Hayden Hurst. Blake Jarwin. I know it's a big thing with Mike Wright from the Fantasy Footballers. And my girl Lindelius. But come on, it's Blake Jarwin. It's the Cowboys. He's taking away I think it's like 83 vacated targets from Jason Witten. He actually had 41 targets with Jason Witten there and scored 3 touchdowns. And they paid him. They believe in him. They think he's going to do well. So Blake Jarwin is probably going to come back and surprise some people. So here we go. And then let's see, G, who is my team name? I'm sorry. I read 2 different questions at the same time. Who's my team? You're a Jets fan. I would say I'm sorry, but my situation is worse. I'm from St. Louis. I have no team. They divorced me. So I'm a Saints fan now because I love New Orleans. So that's about all I got on that one. I like all the teams because I play fantasy. So I don't really lean too much. I don't have like a homer fandom for one particular team. And if there were one, it's the Saints. And then how much of $100 fab is Brandon Ayuk worth? Oof. Man, I hate fab. I'd throw a $5 at it. I mean, it just depends on who's in your league too. I mean, is he like a hot commodity? How many people are in your league? Is it stretched too thin? That's really going to depend on what you're thinking. I mean, he might be who knows how long Deebo Samuel is going to take until he gets back. So those are always tough. Why don't you throw that out on Twitter or tweet me and I'll retweet it and then we'll get a poll going for you. And maybe that'll give you a little bit better idea because I don't really have a good answer for you, unfortunately. What's up, John Bennett? Hello. And then Charlie, You are welcome, guys. I'm going to let you go because it's Friday night. I don't even know what day it is. Saturday night. Thank you all so much for joining me for our very first 2020 NFL season Fireside Friday on a Saturday, y'all. My name is Lauren, last name Carpenter. Although you find me Stepmom Lauren, that's where I am on the socials and the especially the Twitter machine. That's my favorite place to go. I'm usually a lot more responsive on Twitter. Stepmom Lauren, Lauren. All my work you can find on my website, stepmomlauren.com. I am a writer for The Fantasy Footballers. I'm a writer for Fantasy Bros and also for Roto World. So hit me up with your questions. If I did not get to your question or if something pops up before the game start tomorrow, hit me up on Twitter, Stepmom Lauren. Hope you guys have a great rest of the weekend. Thank you so much for joining me.